I'm Don, welcome to my channel. I'm Don, welcome to my channel. This channel is supported by all these awesome brands. Also, special thanks to my patrons and of course the Army Painter for making this video possible. So I wanted a quick painting project so that I could give a PDF painting guide to my patrons. So I decided to paint this red skull, Chibi style red skull, so that it will be a quick project. And I was so wrong. Painting Chibi style miniatures at a good quality level is not easy. So don't get me wrong. Of course, if you do a zenithal underpainting and paint this with speed paints or paint the base colors and you're done, you're finished with the painting of this Chibi style red skull. However, I'm talking about better quality or higher quality painting of Chibi style miniatures. And it's not totally easy, and I'll tell you why. Now, the first problem is speed paints. I love speed paints, but speed paints and similar style paints over big surfaces is super difficult. Like, it's not easy to produce a good finish if the surfaces are very plain, doesn't have details, and are very big. Also, like for example, this one, Simon miniatures, because they're softer, they made it with softer plastic or resin or whatsoever. The details are softer. The recesses, the details are not as sharp. But the great thing about that is, of course, you could throw this around the room and it won't break. So I love these miniatures. However, it's important to note that they don't have sharp details. Now, the combination of not having sharp details and having very large surfaces is not good for washes or speed paints. So as much as I want to try speed paints on similar miniatures like the rest of the models included in this game, I won't, because the speed paints will struggle over the really big plain surfaces, and again the details are very soft, there's no recesses to run around, and you won't create nice contrast and nice painting. But again, I want to make it clear, if you're not aiming for high quality or good quality painting of these miniatures, of course, you could do slop chop, speed paints, and just basic base colors. Now you could start with speed paints, of course, but again, I'm warning you, it won't produce you the best finish. But you could do that even if you plan to like elevate the painting into better quality painting, and you will need to do a ton of layering like what you see in the video over the speed paints to produce good quality painting. So as you can notice in the video, going back to the sharper details, because the material of these tabletop games are softer, they don't have sharp details, and sharp details are awesome for washes. I mean, if you apply pin washes or washes with miniatures with so much detail and sharp details, you'll produce great looking miniatures instantly, even with just washes or speed paints. Now you could see in the video that the details like the buttons of the uniform and the belt and all those tiny, or not tiny but smaller details, you really have to paint them paint them meticulously or carefully so that you create good separation in between the different elements of the miniature. Needless to say, proper layering, or in this case, you can see me glazing already so that I create good blending, is the only way to create good painted chibi style miniatures. I hate to say it because people love these miniatures, and and then to create good quality painting, you really have to go through the layering process, do a bit of blending, and do a bit of stippling so that you create really nice minis. So I noticed while painting the head and eventually painting the uniform, I kind of glazed a lot more in this miniature than normal miniatures. Because normal standard size 32mm or Warhammer miniatures are kind of small, except for the Space Marines and stuff. The other miniatures are kind of small, and the only parts that you really need to blend would be the skin and sometimes the cloak. The armor, you could get away with just stippling or just painting scuffs and you have pretty good quality painting. With this one, you have no choice but to really blend your layering so that it comes out pretty nice. And the details, like the buttons, I had to repaint them with black again so that I have a thin outline of black before painting gray so that I create better definition or separation in between the different elements of the mini. So don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It's just that I was expecting that I needed to blend more. I needed to be kind of meticulous with the painting of the details, but I did not expect to paint this miniature in 2 days. So the initial plan of just creating a PDF guide of the painting of the redhead was a bit of a fail because I spent more time on painting this miniature than expected. So I feel that I overspent or I spent too much time on the painting of this Chibi style miniature. However, I must say that I enjoyed it. Like after seeing the final result, I think it's worth it since you only need to paint a few miniatures for the game. And of course, Red Skull and the other miniatures in the Marvel United game are unique pieces or unique miniatures. I think it's worth it. It's worth it to paint them really nicely because you don't have to paint 10 Red Skulls anyways. Now, after painting the highlights of the olive green uniform, I kind of enjoyed painting the details actually, like painting off the buttons, the belt, and of course the base. Also not seen in this video, I use a lot of washes in the base because I don't want to do a ton of layering. I want to finish the painting already on the second day. And so I use rust wash and of course dark tone washes to really bring out the contrast in the base of this miniature. So I did not do glazing on the details, even the buckle of the belt. I just did basic layering and applied a little bit of washes on the shade areas and it was done. Like what I always do, I spend a little bit more time on the painting of the head, the face, maybe around like, not sure, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and the same amount of time for the rest of the mini. Now, before our final thoughts, I would like to thank all of you guys, my viewers. The channel is growing, and of course, my patrons. And special thanks to Army Painter for making this video possible. So I was really surprised that painting a chibi style miniature, well, not totally surprised. I kind of expected it that you need to blend more. You have to paint the details a bit more carefully because the details are soft. But I did not expect to spend a couple of days on painting this red skull. However, I'm pretty happy with the result, especially after playing the game this afternoon, a really quick couple of games with my kids, and I really enjoyed looking at Red Skull whenever he's in the table. So I think I'm painting the rest of the minis. Do tell me in the comment section below who should I paint next, maybe Iron Man or Captain America, I don't know, but I really like the final output. I know you won't learn anything from my commentary in this video, but I hope as you watch the video, it's basically just sketch and then build up the layering and then eventually I smoothen down the layering with my usual glazes. That's it, Pansit. I hope you like this video. Do like, subscribe, and all that stuff because it helps the channel a lot. And until my next video, guys. Bye! Now, if you like this typical or standard sketch and glaze painting using Warpaints FANATIC, you might like these other videos.